Shalom, shalom. First, I want to start this lesson with calling on our power. Call halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakah Kadash. And double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And shalom to the hopeful elect across the four corners of the earth. Coming back with another lesson. Basically, I'm going to get on the topic of, that train derailment that happened in Ohio. Okay. Because the Lord is sending pestilence, okay? And in this video, they was talking about how, women, how they're getting sick and getting headaches, okay? After they told them it's okay to go back, okay? Because, it's not healthy for you to go back. Because these things are unhealthy, okay? These gases, so to speak, and these toxic chemicals were very toxic. Okay, this is the hill. It says these substances included these substances included industrial solvents such as ethylene. Okay, and this is talking about the 5 lingering questions over Ohio train derailment toxic spill. These things are very toxic. Okay, these substances included industrial solvents such as ethylene, glycol, monobutyl ether, which can be absorbed through the skin and is toxic to the liver and kidneys, and ethyl hexyl acrylate and another known carcinogen that is toxic to the lungs and nervous system. Okay, so being these things are very toxic to your lungs, okay, and your brain, okay. Pestilence, man. And in this video they said that people are getting headaches. Your nervous system is your brain towards that area, okay, and getting sick. Your lungs, that's one of the worst and most common sicknesses is your lungs. Coughing, your sinuses, and your liver and your kidneys, okay? And also it said it can be absorbed through your skin, which is, good to understand because the air, anything that absorbs through your skin, like soap, when it absorbs through your skin, that's why it's good to bathe with, healthy soap, but, we're not in that time right now, but, when things absorb into you, that's really in your system, really, okay, to an extent. All right, so that's very important because that just means it can make you sick easier, okay, and it can get into you easier.
すみません。少し。
The EPA administrator is visiting East Palestine, Ohio today.
That's right. He's there to survey the scene of last week's train derailment, which led to the controlled release of toxic chemicals into the air.
On Wednesday, hundreds of residents from the area crowded into a high school gym expecting answers from the train company, Norfolk Southern. While local, state, and federal officials were on hand, the train company did not show, citing a growing physical threat to their employees.
It was just a big runaround. I feel like a lot of the questions that were asked were people's rantings and just speaking in circles. The answers that were given were things that we've already been told.
CBS News correspondent Roxana Saberi joins us now. Roxana, the EPA, lawmakers, they all appear to be physically in Ohio right now, but as we just heard from some residents, they're not hearing anything fresh, anything new, anything reassuring. Talk to us about what they're telling you they want to know.
Well, residents here, Errol, have a lot of questions. Mainly, they want to know, are they safe? Where is safe and what is safe? Are the water, soil, and air safe? Is it okay to shower and wash their clothes at home? or is the water contaminated? And why are fish dying in the streams? They want to know what chemicals were on the train, what exactly was leaked or released into the environment. At first they'd heard only about vinyl chloride, a carcinogen, but last week the EPA wrote a letter to Norfolk Southern saying there were at least 4 other chemicals either known to have been and continue to be released into the air, soils, and surface waters. Those chemicals are known to be hazardous, so residents here are asking, what else don't we know? And they've also been asking, since authorities and EPA officials said last week it was safe to come home, why are some people now getting headaches, some kids feeling sick? What about any long-term health effects?
So what are officials then saying in response to those?
You heard that, okay? And she said, why are people getting sick, and catching headaches, after they went back, after they said it was clear, and she said a week after, I believe, okay? So it gave time to let the smoke clear, and it still made people sick, okay? So that's how toxic and unhealthy it is, okay?
Those chemicals are known to be hazardous, so residents here are asking, what else don't we know? And they've also been asking, since authorities and EPA officials said last week it was safe to come home, why are some people now getting headaches, some kids feeling sick? What about any long-term health effects?
So what are officials then saying in response to those questions? Are they still reassuring people that their homes and environment are safe?
Yeah, well, so far the EPA says it has helped with the air quality screening in hundreds of homes in the evacuation area, and according to its results, the air quality tests have come back fine. And Norfolk Southern Railway says it's continuing to remove spilled contaminants from the ground and streams while also monitoring the quality of the air. And the company also announced yesterday it's creating a $1 million fund to help the community, and that it will increase the number of people who can be reimbursed for their evacuation costs. We spoke to several residents who told us they were trying to get reimbursements for those costs, but they were told that because they lived outside the mandatory evacuation zone, which was only 1 mile by 2 miles, that they couldn't get reimbursed, that they didn't qualify. And they were wondering, we just live 2 blocks away or 3 blocks away from this evacuation zone, and are you saying that toxic chemicals didn't waft over to our yards and into our homes? So now some residents, upon this new news that they heard yesterday, have been coming here to this church to see if they can get some of those reimbursement checks, but they've told us the checks are only around $1,000 a person, which doesn't cover much. Interestingly, there are several class action lawsuits already in the works against Norfolk Southern, with more residents signing up by the day.
It's understandable why those residents want more
Answers.
reassuring answers, and of course, if you're more than
And
a block
honest
away,
answers.
certainly there'll be health effects. Roxana, we appreciate you keeping us up to date, and we'll continue to check in with you as this develops.
Okay, so as you can see, these things are, the Lord is sending pestilence, man, and sicknesses, okay? Ezekiel 14:21, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, how much more when I send my 4 sore judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence to cut off from it man and beast. Okay, so the Lord is sending these things as we speak, okay, measuring the time diligently in itself. These are the end days, man, okay? We see Ukraine, Russia warring, and this sicknesses right here, the CV, the juice, you got the you got all these things happening, man, okay? Let me go to the second. Because our Lord Yahweh Shah, he warned us of a pestilence as well. Matthew 24:7, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay? And that's what happened. That's what's the Lord, and it could be very worse. It can be because after a whole week, it should be something. Things should or could air out. So, with more people going around, and if it's still scattering, because I believe I seen a video today where just it's still it's still kind of smoking. I believe it's right here. It's like a fire right here. Well, the point is, man, it's smoke is in the air, okay? Still, because people are still getting sick from it, okay? So it can be spreaded out even worse than what it is, The more people that are there and the more smoke that comes out, the longer more people go back homes, and time will tell, okay? But it's already been said that it's making people sick going back. Second Esdras 15 and 49, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Okay? And the Lord is just ramping things up. Okay? When it comes to the juice, to the CV, okay? To all these sicknesses, man. All these sicknesses that the Lord is bringing, in these times, from the food you eating, man, to this devil saying he's gonna give you synthetic meat, in a famine. It's destroying mankind, okay, and it's bringing death as well. Because plenty of people have died, dropped dead from it, okay? From that juice. So, that football player dropped in the middle of the football game, okay? just rant. You know, I got all these people just dropping out of nowhere, man. You know. So with that, Lord's willingness is edifying. The Lord is sending pestilence. Lord's willingness is edifying. I want to end this lesson off with calling on our power. Call halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shah Bahasham Rakakadash Shalom.